Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Crypto Crow. It's about 11 o'clock this evening, and I thought I'd have a little fun for a second here. Here's my wife and my daughters saying hi to all of you. Oh, they're bored often. Enough of that. So let's look at the market here a little bit. There really just hasn't been a whole hell of a lot going on, to be real honest with you. It's just been kind of stagnant. There just isn't anything to really say. That's why I've been even debating on doing a video at all tonight. But, I figured, well, I'll get on here and at least say some stuff. And I've been working all day. I was able to officially launch the accredited side of my fund today. So everybody that was signed up as an accredited investor was able to start their onboarding process. And I am actually leaving tomorrow because my wife is competing at some big salsa thing in Chicago, and she's dragging my big ass with her. So, and we thought about flying, but then if you feel like, I'm still I know I've got that trip coming up to Arizona, speaking at that blockchain conference. So I'm saving all the energy I've got for that. I'm not exactly thrilled with that. So we'll see. But, so yeah, and by the time you go through the airport, you get there and you leave your car and you go through all this stuff just to fly. It's like a 5-hour drive. I think I made it there at 4.5 when I drove. But she's going to drive. We rented an SUV just so that I'm good and comfortable. And I'm just going to try and chill out. And I even thought about pulling an all-nighter tonight and just working. But I'm still waiting on my lawyer to get me the final stuff the agreement for my accredited investors to get into the fund is 120 pages long. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Anti-money laundering, the memorandum, the offer, just all kinds of stuff. And I had to put it all the different documents that you typically have to sign. I had to put it all into one long document so that I can set it up for digital signature. So yeah, it's 120 freaking pages long. And so he's preparing everything for me for the non-accredited investors. And so yeah, look, and I talked a little bit about, so while I'm talking about it, I'm going to go here. So I've been trying to figure out, what should I do? I just want to come up with a coin. I want a crypto crow coin, and I've been trying to figure out what the best way of going about that will be. And so I talked about it in a previous video, and I had a few people reach out to me hey, I'd love to help. So I talked to this guy who he believes he is going to be able to fork Cardano, and I guess he's been pulling everything down off of GitHub. And I would love to create a proof of stake fork of Cardano. And the way I would like to set it up is 50 million tokens, allow him to have some for his time and effort. I'll pull some away for me to just crow for however damn long. And then I want it to be a proof of stake coin, but I want 1% of everything that is mined through the proof of stake operation, the proof of stake network, to go to a charity that either every quarter, I'm thinking every quarter would be cool, but basically create a list of 5 charities, and every quarter, all of the miners get to vote on which one that 1% goes to, that 1% yield goes to. And I think that would just be cool as hell. So I need to find I'm probably going to set up a website. So he's been working on it for a couple days, and he's look, man, it's all open source, so it's not too difficult. And he's been plugging away at it, so we'll see. I want to reskin the wallet And I'm assuming that this is all cool. I'm not even sure. I'm probably like, if he ends up sending me or showing me like, hey man, I got this all working, then I'm going to reach out to Cardano and I'm going to make double sure like that it's okay. I'm pretty sure that's the nature of open source, so that people can do stuff. But you know, that's one side of things that I do not know 100%. But I figure, you know what, Cardano is my favorite coin. It's the one that I see just accomplishing the most over the next year, 2 years. So if there's any way for me to create a coin off of it or as a part of it, then that's what I want to do. So I want to make sure that this guy is able to pull it off. And if he is, then I'm going to reach out to them, make sure it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be really cool, especially if we could get, if we get a lot of people using it, and you know, we have a lot of proof of stake miners out there with the coin. And I don't know. I don't even know really what all else people would use the coin for yet. Like, it's not, that's the thing. It's not like I have any big relationships, but I am thinking that in time, as the channel grows, as my subscribers grow, my power with some of these other blockchain companies will also grow. And that could ultimately be means for me to establish some cool partnerships that would allow us to use the Crow coin in different platforms and things. I don't know. So just know that it's my number one priority is obviously the fund. Like, I have to get everybody onboarded. I have to get right now I have some time because I'm still waiting for final paperwork, and I still have different things going on that I really, my hands are tied until I get all the final paperwork. So, but I think that the Crypto Crow fund or the Crypto Crow coin could be a lot of fun. And that's really all it's about. I might even make it 10% of what's mined. Like, that's the tithe, right? Like, that's what I mean. I don't want it to be so high that it drives people away, but at the same time, the whole point of the coin to me is it's like a passive stream of support for some charity groups. So anybody that adopts the coin is likely going to share in the mission of the coin, and I don't think they'll have a problem with it. Especially the people that get in early and they get involved early, because they're going to be able to get the coins really cheap. And so, but we have to create some demand for those coins. So there'll be some creative things that we can likely do. So I will keep everybody posted on that. Another note, I get so many messages. Like, I just realized today that I have hundreds of private Telegram messages that I haven't even seen. And I didn't realize it because all the groups that I'm a member of, I'm like a part of like 60 probably different groups. So those things are always kicking themselves to the top. The busier they are and the bigger the communities. I had no idea I had so many private messages. And then I went and I looked at my Facebook, and it just says 99 plus. Like, it stopped telling me how many people have tried contacting me on Facebook. And that's both my fan page and my personal. So I was kind of flipping around and I was reading some of the stuff that some of you guys have been sending me. Just touching stuff, man. I want to send a shout out to Jace Mills. Thank you for your message. Your son looked adorable. He's got some pretty good fashion sense, man. I like that hat. So kudos on that hat. And so Jace Mills, have a good night, and hopefully your son enjoys watching the video. And, I get so many messages, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking some of the best ones, and I'm going to put it into Crow Letters. I'm going to create a section of my website called Crow Letters, and I'm just going to start putting them up there. I'll pull names out. I'll just use initials. But it's really interesting to hear the different ways that and the different things people are getting out of my channel. And I think some of the stories are actually really worth sharing. So I'm probably going to start doing that. I literally have hundreds to pull from. So, I just think it'll be really cool to start sharing some of that. So start looking for crow letters on jasonappleton.com, because that's probably where I'm going to start putting them. A quick update on Moonrunner. I still can't show you anything yet because it's not. Hold on, let me see. Let me double check. I don't think I can. So, where are we here? Oh shoot. That's not. Hold on. I know you can't see this. Sorry. I'm trying to find out if I can log into what my developer sent me the other night under his name, but I don't have it saved on this. It might be on here, though. No. Why is it different? No, this isn't it. Well, so my developer sent me, my developer sent me his login and had me log in. It's set up. I can get into it on my laptop, but I didn't prepare it for down here. But anyway, long story short, man, it's really starting to come together, and I'm getting pretty excited about it. I mean, my developer, like, I wasn't 100% sure because he was very like, yeah, I can do anything, right? I think he can. Guy's really coming through. He was even in a motorcycle accident like a week and a half ago and like busted his noggin and still worked through it because he knows that we're trying to get this stuff done. And what's funny is I've even had an offer to buy it already. And I'm like, so like what a lot of people don't know is I have a whitelist. Like there's a growing whitelist of people. So should I ever have a token sale, like I started one and then I pulled the plug because I'm like, ooh, regulations and everything. I don't know what's happening. I don't want to get in any kind of trouble. And so, but I'll probably end up launching a token sale when the site launches. And like there's probably, I don't know, like $500,000 probably in whitelisters like that want to like buy Moonrunner tokens and use the platform and all this other stuff, which blows me away. But it just, people keep finding it and whitelisting themselves, which is fine because it's basically giving me a list to pull from whenever I'm ready to get this thing going. So, but somebody offered to buy it, and it wasn't like a terrible offer to buy, but I'm like, I'd rather just go ahead and do it myself for a little while. Like, I'll be real honest with everybody. Like, the plan is to build Moonrunner, probably launch a token sale, market it, get the user base established, put that money into some further development and some additional features, and then sell it. Because I'm going to be way too busy to like before, when I first got into a lot of this stuff, I thought, well, Moonrunner is going to be my full-time job. And, you know, but it's just the way everything has evolved and changed. It's kind of put me in a whole different lane. And so, yeah, so that's the plan. I mean, we'll see. If anything, I could build it up and just hire somebody to run it for me. You know what I mean? Like find an experienced tech guy, an experienced, like an entrepreneur. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can call Aaron Pittman and be like, hey man, you want to run this and make some money? Like he's probably too busy too, but, I don't know 100% what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see. I'll definitely figure something out. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Yeah, basically, I mean, I'm going to be going off to Chicago tomorrow. So I think we're leaving about 1:00 and then we're going to be there for the weekend. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun. I mean, these salsa people are great. Like I am not a salsa dancer at all. I do not dance really. I don't dance now. I make money moves. Like that's my thing. Somebody cracked up the first time I said that on the video. But it's true. I don't really dance. Oh, here, I'll show you guys. This is my lawyer. I figure I'll give him a plug, even though I'm like, I want to like leg kick the shit out of him for taking so damn long, getting all my filings done. But I told him, I sent him some messages. I'm like, hey man, like you only got 386 subscribers. You kind of suck. Like we need to get you some views. I mean, he talks about a whole bunch of stuff. Like he's put a lot of time into a lot of these videos teaching crypto law and I mean, you name it. So if you guys are, interested in finding out, I mean, this lawyer, he's the one that's helped me set up my whole fund. And, he's good. I mean, like he's covering all the grounds. I mean, he's doing really good, but damn, does he take forever. And don't expect a deadline to be met. I'll tell you that right now. Adam, I love you, man, but you know as well as I do that you suck when it comes to getting things done on time. But what he does give you is really good. So, yeah. Don't hate me, dude, but, if you know anything about me, I just keep it real. But no, in all seriousness, like he's been really good about, he sends me a whole bunch of stuff and I go through it. I'm like, okay, well, we need to change this because this is how this is structured. And he's definitely got my best interest at heart. Like everything he does, in some cases I'd be like, oh, no. Like it's too much. It's too, like it's all good, man. So he's a shark, man. Like I'm glad I'm glad I got him. I'm glad and if I ever needed him for something, like, hey, I need you to go after these people, I'm pretty sure he'd do a pretty good job at it. He'll show up to court late, but when he gets there, he'll do some damage. So anyway, yeah, I mean, check this guy's videos out. I was watching a couple of them. And that's it, guys. There really isn't a whole hell of a lot going on, really. I just I wanted to touch base a little bit on the market, but there isn't anything happening. I swear to God, I just see Bitcoin bouncing from 7,900 to 8,200, back and forth, like somebody's playing ping pong. And, I'm guessing Roger Ver pumped some money into Bitcoin Cash to try and get a spike so that it looks like it's a safer bet than Bitcoin. When people are wanting to throw their money back into something. I mean, I'm just guessing, but, yeah, I mean, everything else looks pretty just standstill, like, which is almost eerie. It's like a calm before the storm. What direction is the storm going to go? I don't know. QDM up 25%. That's pretty damn good. Bitcoin Gold. God, I ended up with a bag of that on Profit Trailer that lasted me a week and a half, and then until it finally shot up and I sold it. I sold it for some pretty solid profit. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Oh, what the hell? What the hell is eCoin? Obviously a huge pump and dump, but it's at $48 with $104. Okay, this is bullshit. All right, $145,000 volume. That's a thing that sucks. Oh, and I should have set this up to read. Somebody sent me a really good email explaining how this website actually handles market cap overall, and it's not exactly handled the way you'd think, which I found very, very interesting. Lisk, I see a lot of people talking about this, and looks like it's starting to do pretty well. Ethereum Classics at $22. Steam's still at $4. If I understood what the hell Steam was all about and how to use it to the maximum potential, I'd probably drop a Bitcoin on it and just get involved, because that's probably going to be at like $50 by the end of the year. Probably not. I'm just saying. It's probably going to go up quite a bit. All right. Well, guys, I just wanted to say hello to everybody. And I didn't do this live because my live videos tend to drag out quite a bit, and because I get wrapped up in chat and I get sidetracked really easily. Really isn't a whole hell of a lot to go over today, because it's just been kind of a stagnant market. But and I didn't go over news or really much of anything, so maybe I just totally wasted your time, or you just take it as I gave you some updates on what was going on and an otherwise pretty slow day And I will probably, unless I do some kind of live broadcasting from Chicago on my phone, I guess let me know in the comments if you guys want me to even bother doing that. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you say no bother. I'm not even sure how. I'll have to even see if I can do it on my phone. I assume I can. I have the YouTube app, but I don't know if it does live broadcasting. And if so, I could do maybe a live broadcast of my wife's performance. I don't know. We'll see. But for tonight, I will just bid you farewell and crow your coins.